Look who's visiting with me. I have the grand dog. Say hi, honey. Say hi. Look at her ears perk up. She hear me calling her name. Honey. Yep. She's paying me a visit for a week. I am keeping the grand dog. Watch this. Honey. Watch this. Honey. As she conveniently ignores me. Okay. On with the vlog. Okay, this weekend I did a charity bike ride. I did the Chesapeake, what is it called actually? The Heart of Chesapeake down in Cambridge, Maryland. What I like to do in this vlog is actually review this bike ride. I do quite a few bike rides a year, charity bike rides a year. So I was thinking as part of the vlog, I'll review them as I do them. Don't forget my reviews. I'm not a Lance Armstrong wannabe. Heck, Lance Armstrong himself was a wannabe. But no, I'm not a Chris Froome, you know, the champion of this year's Tour de Cure. I'm just a middle-aged old-timer getting out on the bike trying to manage my diabetes. So the way I will review these bike rides is from that perspective. It's really from the person that just want to get out and get some miles in and have a good time and enjoy themselves. So that's what I would do. So with that being said, the things that are important to me, basically, the rest stops. Are the rest stops fully equipped? Is there enough water? What have you? Is there enough food for energy? Those type things. The other thing is actually the route. Is the route super crowded, or are the roads smooth, or are they too hilly, or are they not hilly enough? Those type things. And also, and then at the very end, what kind of support, what type of activities you have at the end of the ride. And also, what's most important, sag support. How much sag support you have, is it adequate or is not adequate enough, things like that. Those are the type of things that are important for a rider like me. So here we go. I'll show you some scenes from the bike ride, then we'll close it up with my review. Alright, I've already registered, but I went back up to film the registration process. Actually, their registration process was real painless. It's very easy. When you sign in, they get your name, and they already had a packet already put together for you. You just hand you your packet and your bib, and off and running. If I had to do, I'm not a crowd counter, but I would guess and say they probably had a couple of hundred people there. So now we out on the road. The people in front of us are athletes serving athletes. Actually, that group there, they were riding with a kid, Andrew, for his 18th birthday. He wanted to do a century ride, a metric ride. So for his 18th birthday, athletes serving athletes brought him along. I'm gonna put the link in the description below, so you guys can go to their page and see more about their story. This is the first rest stop. I think it was the first. Maybe I didn't film the first one, but I think this was the first one. I'm not sure. But it was, like I said, the rest stops were stocked fairly well. Plenty of water, plenty of little things to rehydrate yourself. Actually, this may have been the second rest stop. I think it may have been the second rest stop. The rest stop here, Walmart volunteers, I guess volunteers from Walmart basically man this rest stop. Actually, this was one of the biggest rest stops. It took us about, between that rest stop and this rest stop, it was about a 19-mile stretch. And trust me, by the time we got there, we really needed it. It was just flat roads. As far as the eye can see, it was on this highway about 15 miles back in the marshlands. Nothing there, just as far as I can see, just flat. I think that's the Chesapeake Bay there, but I'm not sure. But it's a very nice view, and that rest stop was very much deserved. Now here's the last rest stop. You see in the back of the truck there, some guys, I think they had mechanical issues, and SAG support is taking them in. I
think it's about 4 of them, 2 on the back and 2 in the truck. Sag support there was real good. It was real good. Yeah, this is the last rest stop. It was about 15 miles from the finish. So at this point, we have already put in roughly about 52 miles or so, 51 miles. Here we are heading into the finish, heading back in. Tell you, see how the road there just flat. Oh, look at there, did 66 miles. Did 66.
All in all, the heart of Chesapeake, it wasn't a bad bike ride. It wasn't a bad bike ride at all. It was only my only complaint, and really it was out of the organizer's control. It was the heat. It was, like, as you heard, it was extremely hot. I think it was 93 plus degrees, and I did a metric. A metric is 63 miles, 100 kilometers, so in mileage that's about that's roughly 63 miles. So I did a metric. It was hot, extremely hot. So but that was out of the organizer's control, and I was teasing with my Team Red buddy that cyclists are a peculiar group to satisfy. I've been on rides where everyone complained, the roads are too busy, too much traffic. On this ride, maybe we passed 5 cars for the whole 63 miles. No, well, we passed more than 5, but the point was there was very few cars. They really had the route in the rural areas where there was hardly any traffic, which is a good thing, I think. Which is a good thing. Then the other thing cyclists like to complain about, particularly those like me, it's too hilly. It's too hilly. Too many hills. Too many hills. This one was extremely flat. Actually, I was looking for some hills on this, do a little climb up so I can coast down. But this one was extremely flat. If you stop pedaling, you may go 2 or 3 yards, if that. You had to start back pedaling. This was as far as the eye can see. You can kind of look out on the horizon and just see nothing but highway. That was different for this area, for this part of the country. But the rest stops, getting to the rest stops, actually the rest stops was supported adequately. You had plenty of water. I didn't hear anyone complain about they couldn't get water, Gatorade, whatever they need. They even had pickle juice, which is a good thing. They had pretzels. They really had, it was really stocked real well with the food, the snacks, the energy. They had fruit, bananas, oranges. Like I said, pretzels. A lot of people want the salt. That's why they had the pickle juice. So the rest stops were pretty good. So after the ride, the activities after the ride, really, after I finished riding, I just found some shade, sat up under a tree for about 15-20 minutes, let my body cool back down, and once I did that, packed up our bags and got in the car, we moved on. So I really can't vouch too much for the activities afterwards. But however, just looking around, I didn't see many people actually up under the tent that they had set up, what have you. So I don't think they really had outlandish activities afterwards, or even something less than outlandish. I think it was just here's some water, what have you. So the after ride activities probably could have been a little more, but like I said, it was just so hot. I think most people just wanted to get in some air conditioning versus sitting outside under a tent or what have you. So overall, the heart of Chesapeake Bay bike ride, I give it a thumbs up. It was pretty good. I've seen better. I've seen worse. Would I do it again? Yes. But however, if the forecast calls for 90-degree plus weather, that may be one I pass on. Okay, until next time. Oh yeah, I forgot a couple of things. Sag support. Sag support they had was great. Toward the end, a lot of people had to take sag support, not because they were having mechanical issues, but because they couldn't finish the ride. It was very hot, and their sag support that they had was right on time to pick people up that got in trouble and to bring them in. So their sag support was great, as you saw in some of the clips I showed you, that the sag support was right there on time, so they were very good with sag support. Also, Team Red. When you see me doing these rides, 9 times out of 10, I'm riding with Team Red. Team Red is the diabetes team that I ride with all the time, and that was us there. And as I review these different rides that I go on, 9 times out of 10, I'm riding with Team Red, so they were great. Last but not least, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Now that's it.